Alright, so what's up everyone? Today I'm showing you how to put a HP ProBook back together. I recently did my teardown video, and the parts one that I actually got to function, what I did was I ordered some parts for the already functional one, and today I'm going to be showing you how to put it back together. And I know a lot of people say, well, if you did a teardown video, it goes back together the exact same way you tore it down. Well, I just like to show it anyhow. So anyhow, it's pretty much the same, but there are some small differences. So first, what you're going to want to do is grab your logic board or motherboard. So this one I have, and before you put all this back in here, as I recommended in my last video, very thoroughly clean all this and blow the logic board out with a air compressor, especially in these little fins. So you're going to want to go ahead and put that back in here, which you simply just slide it in right there and grab these connectors. Then you want to grab your fan, and also before you put this back in, you want to blow it out. So you just go put your fan like that. However, you do have to with this particular fan, gotta put it that way. And I also took out the power supply piece. This goes in like this, and then it will go underneath there. So actually, what you'll have to do is before you put your fan in, put that underneath there. That connects the board right there. And then your battery connects, the connector for that connects right there. So I'll go ahead and do those things, and then I'll show you the next step. Alright, so after you connect those connectors, one more thing I want to show you is the fan connection goes right there. And you don't want to try to put it in there. For one, it won't fit. And another reason is that is for a completely different connection. Now, before you screw your logic board in, the only screws that go in right now are to here and here. So you can see I've already put that one in, and I'll go ahead and put this one in. The reason being is because all these other screws, the screws from the top case and the bottom case or basically logic board, will go up into these holes. So what you'll have to do with the top case now is, one thing I always like to do before you put your top case back on is, right now, as long as you have the essential components connected and the RAM in, I always like to make sure that it actually works, because this board was basically supposed to be dead, but I believe I have the issue resolved now. So we're just going to connect the power button to it and verify that it works. One more thing you want to make sure is connected is your LCD connection. So just put that in there like that and close that down. So now I'll go grab the top case with the power button and show you which connectors to connect. So to test your board before you put it all back together and screw everything in, you'll just want to grab this and only connect this connector, and I'll show you why here in a second. So first, line this up like that. Now, only connect this one because that's for the power button. As long as you have your RAM in there and the fan connected, if it spins up and you see the, of course, HP screen on it, then that means that your motherboard works. So I just want to verify that before we put it all back together. Alright, so now that you can verify that the computer works, what you're going to want to do is make sure that all these connections are in there very securely, and that they're all the way in. And in my case, I think since this is, I believe, a school unit, this connector you don't connect anything to. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to do is grab your T7 star bit, and you'll put a T7 in here, 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 and here. So we'll go ahead and start working on that. And after this, I will show you how to put the keyboard on. Alright, so now that you have your screws in, you're going to want to grab your keyboard and pull that up like so. Then line this connector up and push that down. And then what you're going to want to do is take your keyboard like that, push it in there, and then once it's in there, push all the way this way, and then push it like that, and so then it will seal this part up. And now I will show you the rest of the assembly. Alright, so now what you're going to want to do is take the rest of your T7 screws and just put them in all along here. And that is the only place you will put the T7s in. All these are very small screws that look like this one right here. That is what those are. And now what you're going to want to do is take your Wi-Fi card and put that in there. And then you're going to want to take, you do want to remember which screws went in here, which are these, and you're going to want to screw those down. And also put your two antennas, just pop them back on there like so. Now you're going to want to grab your RAM modules. Those in here, and your optical drive. So with this, before you put it in, you're going to want to make sure to put the two little screws in here, which are just like these. They're very small screws. There's two of them right here, and also same size all on here. So I'll go ahead and show you how to do that. I do apologize for the poor lighting. However, I didn't have a regular light, so you have to use what you have. So now that these are all in here, you just want to take this, and yes, I did have a couple missing screws because they weren't there originally. And then take your hard drive or solid state and put it back in there. However, this is the wrong size, so here's the correct one that was in here. Just take it like this, put it in there. Now, the customer did not have the plate that was on here that was specifically made for this, so it kind of hangs in there, but this does help protect it. So then, just take this, like this, and put it back on there, and go ahead and screw this in. And after that is screwed in, take your battery, and that. functional HP ProBook. And that message is just for the CMOS battery and RAM, but it is fully functional. Alright, so that wraps the video up, and if you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing and liking the video, and if you think this would be helpful for someone else, consider sharing it, and I'll see you guys next time.